ComputerX was started in 1982. At that time I was an independent pharmacist owning a store, purchased some software. I thought it was terrible, so I basically did it better. In '88 I sold the drugstore and decided that that's really what I wanted to do, was selling and developing the pharmacy software. We felt that it was going to take more capital to grow and to continue going, and it was something that we were not going to be able to provide. And this was the best of both, keeping the kids involved and getting the capital to grow.
The strategy for ComputerX was a bit different than our typical strategy. We have worked in the industry in the past and have experience in the pharmaceutical software management industry, and so we are very familiar with the buyers in the industry. So when we met with the sellers initially, we talked about what their goals were, and they were very upfront in regards to wanting to make sure culturally it was the right fit and that their employees would be taken care of and that there would be longevity in the business.
We had three main criteria that we wanted to look at. One, we had spent 30 years building up a strong reputation in the industry. We wanted to make sure that they would negotiate with a potential buyer that would protect that reputation. We wanted to make sure that our employees were protected in this. We did not want to do a deal with somebody that was buying us to shut us down. And then we wanted to make sure that our pharmacy customers were protected. Benchmark understood those three criteria. The buyer met all three of those goals. It has worked out very well.
This deal was a bit different because we actually did it as a pocket deal. There were only a few buyers that we approached, and we were able to, given our knowledge in the industry, go to our client and assure them that given our knowledge, our experience, and what we're seeing in the marketplace overall, that the deal that they would be moving forward with would be the best deal that they would receive in the open market. It appeared that Transaction Data Systems, doing business as RX30, which was backed by GTCR, would be a great fit for them. GTCR was looking for longevity in the employees, was really looking at resources and how do they impact the industry overall, and that was a lot of things that was important to the sellers.
We had a couple of times during the negotiations that it was better to have Benchmark going to bat for us than for us to do it directly. It kept the buyer and the seller on friendly terms, but it allowed us to move the buyer to an area we needed them to be without us being the bad guy.
We're working for the client. It's very black and white in regards to who our client is, and it's the seller at the end of the day. So we're always taking their instruction. We give them the options, we talk about the pros and cons and allow them to make the decision, and we really go to bat based on what their needs are. But that means sometimes we have to be the bad guy in various situations, and we're willing to do that.
We always felt like they were on our side, which was a major plus. Every contract was multi-page. I mean, the purchase contract was approaching 100 pages. Nothing simple about it. They did all of the negotiations, and we actually exceeded what I was expecting to get out of the deal. If we were negotiating on our own without Benchmark, our deal would have been 30 to 40% less. We wouldn't have gotten anything close. We were very happy with Benchmark. We felt like they kept us informed every step of the way. The people were easy to deal with, were nice to deal with.
It's been one of those things where just given the business model, the management team, the industry, it just made for a perfect match.
When Benchmark negotiated the deal, quite honestly, when they said this is what they could get, I will tell you that I kind of chuckled and told my wife, sure. And they were able to do that.